If many thought that Arvind Kejriwal's arrest last week could bring a cakewalk for the BJP in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, it doesn't seem like. It has rather galvanized several opposition political parties who were originally part of the India Alliance outfit, which was formed late last year. Now, this morning, when all these political parties and their giant leaders converged at Ramlila Maidan, their only concern was the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal and Jharkhand former Chief Minister Hemant Soren. Now, here's what the recap of the entire proceedings at Ramlila Maidan looks like. Let's see what Sunita Kejriwal, the wife of Delhi's Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, said. She makes a very startling comment. She says that her husband reminds her of a role of a freedom fighter, quote unquote. Many times I feel like my husband was a freedom fighter in the fight for independence who became martyrs fighting for the country's freedom. And in this struggle, I feel Kejriwal has been sent to serve Bharat Mata. All these developments by Sunita Kejriwal, who has been making now frequent public appearances, come at a time when only a day ago she was joined by the wife of another former Chief Minister, Hemant Soren, Kalpana Soren, who also attended this rally. Her quote unquote is also very, very significant because it comes at a time when all these women leaders, including Sonia Gandhi, including Priyanka Gandhi, have also mounted their attack on Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Kalpana Soren, I tell you, she says, I'm standing in front of you as the voice of the 50% of India's population, which is equivalent to the women of this country. And also, she played a very dramatic card. She invoked the tribal community of Jharkhand, saying that 9% of tribal community of India is represented through Jharkhand, and she's bringing that voice. And then she goes on to say that all this attendance of the opposition parties and their leaders actually testifies the attack on Prime Minister Modi and the BJP through these voices who have gathered here. Now, all these voices have at certain stage either been fighting independently in the state against the BJP or have recently defeated the BJP in the states, which include the national capital of Delhi, Jharkhand, for that matter, Kerala, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh, and so on. What actually brought a lot of gaze is the attendance of Trinamool Congress's leaders, Derek O'Brien, who was representing Mamata Banerjee, despite the fact that Mamata Banerjee has announced to contest the Lok Sabha elections away from the India outfit by fielding 42 candidates in West Bengal. What further stoked the controversy was when at the stage Rahul Gandhi finally arrived, and he said in as many words, IPL matches are being held today with a lot of match fixing. And he says, when umpires are pressurized, players are bought, captains are threatened to win the matches, it's called match fixing in cricket. Then we have Lok Sabha polls. Comparing them to IPL matches, he says that these umpires to conduct Lok Sabha polls are also chosen by Prime Minister Modi. Then he goes on to say, 2 players from our team have been arrested before the match. This is a strong statement considering that not too long ago, about a year and a half ago, in Punjab, in Delhi and elsewhere, in Gujarat and Rajasthan, Congress and Aam Aadmi Party were almost at loggerheads with each other. They were into fisticuffs, they were attacking each other, and they were also making sweeping statements against each other before the assembly elections. With Rahul Gandhi joining the stage publicly and then coming in support of Arvind Kejriwal and Hemant Soren is a big statement in itself. Rahul Gandhi does not stop here. He says if the BJP wins this match fixing here at the moment, that day our constitution will end. Then he says that India must come together must come together to fight the elections together. Now, Rahul Gandhi being Rahul Gandhi, he did not confine himself to just the attack on Prime Minister. He was joined by his sister, where the siblings also made sure that their attack was on the BJP together. Priyanka says Hemant Soren, Arvind Kejriwal were immediately arrested before the elections began. They must also be immediately released. Now, when they make these statements, it's actually the redux of what had happened a year and a half ago. Then comes the third big leader of Congress, that is the national president of Congress party, Mallikarjun Kharge. Kharge, who has often attacked BJP over the past few years, he says in as many words, we are committed to saving the constitution. We want Sabka Vikas, but Modi wants Vikas only for a few of his friends. Yet again, Congress party is making a direct attack on Prime Minister for having given a free run to some of the leading businessmen of this country, that is Adani and the Ambani groups. Further, the seventh point is that of Akhilesh Yadav. Akhilesh Yadav is one of those leaders who has single-handedly taken on the BJP in the heartland of UP in 2022 Vidhan Sabha elections, and now in 24 he has been desolated by Bahujan Samaj Party. He has been desolated by Rashtriya Lok Dal. The party led by Jayant Chaudhary has also left him, and then he has also been desolated by SBSP. All these three leaders have either tacitly or indirectly given overwhelming support to the BJP before 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Akhilesh Yadav makes a very huge statement. He says, in as many words, he says, as far as corruption is concerned, it's a long list. But why have we not got donations? Why has Samajwadi Party not got the donations? Why has Samajwadi Party been left out of the donations? The BJP will not say anything about this corruption. No one in this universe has lied as much as the BJP. At 8th number is Farooq Abdullah. Farooq Abdullah is someone who has actually trained his guns on the BJP for almost now 5.5, 6 years consecutively, ever since BJP annulled section Article 370 and also diluted the powers that were vested in J&K when the bifurcation of J&K and Ladakh happened. Now he says, all the arrested leaders like Arvind Kejriwal and Hemant Soren would be free. He's talking about future. Would be free when all of you would actually respect the constitution and when all of you would press the button that would remove the BJP. Farooq and his son Omar have refrained thus far from being part of the India bloc. They have refrained themselves from aligning with the India bloc as far as contesting the elections in Jammu and Kashmir are concerned. But the presence alone today makes them a formidable organization, formidable congregation of several people, albeit disparate. Champai Soren comes at number 9 in this entire big scheme of things. The man who was installed by Hemant Soren to be present in Jharkhand at a time when he was going to get arrested, he makes a strong statement. He says Hemant Soren's arrest lacks any mention of the land in the books. The BJP opposes Soren's efforts to uplift backward classes and communities in Jharkhand. Of course, he's invoking the same target which Kalpana Soren earlier in the day had used, that is the defense of the tribal community. This despite the fact that this coincided with the developments earlier in the day, where BJP also strategically used the President Draupadi Murmu, a tribal herself, to be present alongside Narendra Modi and then give the decoration, the honor of Bharat Ratna to LK Advani at his home this afternoon. At number 10 is Tejaswi Yadav, who actually sang a song of Govinda to take a swipe and barb at PM Modi. रोज रोज मोदी जी अगर तुम ऐसा करोगे जनता तो रूठ जाएगी तो हाथ मलोगे. अरे तुम तो धोखेबाज हो, वादा करके भूल जाते हो. Now, Tejaswi, who has actually been one of the youthful leaders with aggression in his voice and tenor, who took on the might of the BJP in the last assembly elections and then went on to replace the BJP as the ally partner of JDU only until recently, when he was again replaced by the BJP as the partner of JDU, is someone who remains one of the fiercest opponents of the BJP over the last 10 years or so. The reason is that he and his family members have been regularly summoned or arrested by ED, CBI and income tax over the cases ranging from corruption in the state to the treasury offices of Bihar. Now, there is also a development in the afternoon that all these leaders who were addressing the Ramlila Maidan rally, they had no clue that Prime Minister himself was also going to be present in the neighborhood of Delhi in Meerut, where he's also going to invoke the spirit of Hindutva and Hinduism through the presence of its candidate Arun Govil, who played the role and a character of Lord Ram in Ramayana. Of course, BJP wants to tell the voters that this year the elections are resting on the laurels and the shoulders of what they did in Ayodhya by constructing the temple, the Ram temple, which is why Prime Minister's first rally, if you see in UP, is happening and taking place in no other place than Meerut, where Arun Govil has been fielded as the Lok Sabha candidate. Now, all these issues, of course, put a spotlight on who's powerful, who's lying, whether the cases that have been slapped against Arvind Kejriwal, Hemant Soren, Robert Vadra, Gandhi's in National Herald, or so on, would actually hold the court of the law. But as far as the court of the voters is concerned, 2014 and 19 have brought landslide victories for the BJP, having set itself a target of 400, mammoth target of 400 seats. It's a matter of question that whether they can achieve this target, or they can easily bring the landslide victory which they did in 14 and 19 with or without the help of the allies.